Sanibonani, Nosipho, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a life update video. Surprisingly enough, I've never done one of these on my channel, and I'm actually quite shocked that you guys care about what goes on in my life outside of YouTube. I held a poll on my Instagram about a week ago, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see a life update video or a medical school vlog. Both options that I thought were really unlikely, but were realistic in terms of what I could film at the time. And surprisingly, the med school vlog won. I'm actually still quite shook about that, but I am at home and it's a Saturday evening and I just got back from church. I still have my brows on, so I figured I might as well film that life update now because the votes on that were also quite high. So I figured you guys also want to see one. You just probably wanted to see the med school video first. So this video is going to be filmed in a different form though. I'm not going to just sit here and talk for 30 minutes about my life because you guys know that I can talk and this would go on forever. So I'm going to be using a format that I saw on a channel called This Is S. She's a Kenyan YouTuber that I really like. And the way the taking stock videos work is basically it's certain bullet points, and then under those bullet points she expresses the important things about that in relation to her month. And I like that it has a repeatable format, so when I do it every single month, if you guys actually like it, then it would be the same structure every single month. So I'm going to be answering those bullet points or those questions and basically reflecting on the month of January, and maybe just reflecting on a lot of different aspects of my life that may not have happened in January specifically, but just happened in general that I think are significant. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I think this is going to be fun, and if you do have anything to share, please leave it in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up and all my other videos if you enjoy them, because that helps my channel more than you know. But until next time, I love you guys and God ever stay blessing you. Mwah. So I've recently had to make some really difficult choices about my life and my space, about what I bring close to me, the people that I let close to me, and the people that I decide to keep around me. It's so important to recognize how important you are. You know, a lot of us, especially myself, and I know there's a lot of people like me, we sacrifice, we give, we constantly want to do better for other people. We constantly want to give people the benefit of the doubt, give situations the benefit of the doubt, think we can change them, think if we work a little bit harder things will get better. And it reaches a point where you need to stop and realize that this is taking from you much more than it's giving. And I've needed to make those choices to realize that I need to do what's best for me. I need to stop always thinking for other people and thinking about how I can make things better for everybody else at my detriment. So those are the difficult choices that I've had to make, but I appreciate them because they've cleared my space, made room for more positivity and more happiness. And it's a tough decision to make, but trust me, once you've made it, it's a decision that really is worth making. So I've been cooking very little, on a lighter note. I really do enjoy cooking, but I have bought a cookbook by Uzola Nene. I think she was Jacob Zuma's chef if I'm not mistaken, and the recipes in there are amazing. I've tried a few homey, hearty meals. They are actually really delicious. There's some baked goods in there as well, so I really have been enjoying playing around with that cookbook. And even though I haven't gotten the time to cook as often as I'd want to because of school, I still do want to invest in my culinary skills because it's something that's really important to me, to be good with the Ponce. So that's what I've been doing in terms of the cooking side. So if you know me, you definitely know that I love juice mango. Like, that's my absolute favorite juice. I just love juices in general, but mango juice is a definite go-to for me. So I've been drinking that a lot. I have been trying to drink more water. That's my story every month, every year, all the time. I don't drink enough water at all, but I definitely will try next month to do better with the water drinking situation. But for now, juice mango and me are absolutely inseparable. I've been wanting to invest more in my relationships and in the people around me. I just don't want to be content with getting by anymore. You know, like a lot of us have half-baked relationships where we really barely interact with these people. We really engage them, really actually know what's going on with them, and really actually love them not as much as we should. And I think life is just too short. Like, if January taught me anything, is that life is so unpredictable and it's really too short for you just to get by. And if you've decided to commit to someone or to commit to a thing or a situation or people, make sure that you give it your all, man, because I really want us all to have a more human experience, be more grounded in our relationships, actually experience life and experience other people, because when you make those connections and they're good ones, it's such a beautiful thing. So I really actually just want to invest more in more than just a face value relationship, but a heart to heart relationship, because I want to say that in my life I've experienced those, because I know that they can be beautiful things and I want to have more of those. So I've just been looking for inspiration, looking for things that will inspire me, help me grow, challenge my thinking, just make me become the best version of myself that I can be. I just want things to blow my mind, and I really know that there's so much stuff out there that can do that. So that's what I'm genuinely looking for, some real deep inspiration. So I'm one of those people that's like a perfectionist, and not in theory, but like really in reality. I am so hard on myself. I never give myself a break. I mean, I'm that annoying kid that if they got an 80 would cry because it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, and not even in an unrealistic sense. I really am just so hard on myself. I really expect so much of myself, and sometimes that trips me up, and sometimes I'm like my own stumbling block to my own success, because I really believe that some achievements and some things that we learn and things that we grow on are built through us making those mistakes and learning from them. And I just wasn't allowing myself to make mistakes, and when I did make mistakes, instead of trying to zoom out and see the bigger picture and to see what I'm supposed to learn from this mistake, I just focused on how bad it was that I made a mistake, and then I just left that experience with a bitter taste in my mouth, not having learned anything, just really upset that I made a mistake. So I've been learning to give myself a break, because we're all human, we're all gonna err, we're all gonna falter, but if we just pick ourselves up and learn from our mistakes and learn how to do better next time, I think that's more to appreciate than focusing on the mistake itself. And I actually think sometimes mistakes are such a brilliant teacher, and that's how they find value, or they are significant in our lives. To be honest, I'm actually just wishing that it was December 2019, because if it was, you would be looking at Dr. Bay. For real, not Dr. Bay the student, but Dr. Bay for real. I cannot wait to graduate, guys. And not even for like my own selfish gain that I'm like tired of school, because I am. But I really actually just want to graduate so I can live out my purpose. I cannot wait to live out this purpose that God has put in me, because I've been working so hard towards it, but I can't wait for it to be a tangible thing, for this dream that I've had, this purpose that has been in my heart to be my reality. Like, that will just blow my mind. So that's what I'm looking forward to, just really wishing it was December 2019. And I know it's gonna come soon enough. I just need to keep working, keep striving, but I cannot wait to get there. I genuinely cannot believe that I'm saying this, but I am thoroughly enjoying pediatrics. Yes, me, this one, she's enjoying peds. I mean, I was so scared of going to do pediatrics because of all of the blocks. I mean, the adult medicine blocks are not a lot more easy, but I mean, it's older people that have lived long lives, some maybe not so long, but it's not a 2-year-old who has a deathly cancer and they're about to die, and in your mind you just think this person has only lived 2 whole years of their life. That's not even a life. And for me, that just made me so sad. Like, the concept of that made me so sad. But being in the pediatric spaces actually made me realize how much good can be done there. I mean, those little kids come in there helpless. Some of them, especially like the malnourished kids, they come in there honestly on the brink of death, and in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month's time, they're going home healthy, laughing. I mean, it's been such a joy to see some of the kids that we've seen in the beginning of the block, in the end of the block, leaving, and all so much better. And not even maybe leaving, but just a kid who was lying in bed hardly able to move is now running around the ward wreaking havoc. And to me, that's been such a beautiful thing. So I actually am enjoying being in that space, because it's helping me realize how much good can be done in it. So I'm loving the babies. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a pediatrician now, but I'm actually enjoying peds, and I so appreciate that. I am loving my Nivea Belle perfume by Lancome. This thing smells so amazing. It's one of those perfumes that I basically walked past someone and I smelt it and I registered the smell in my mind, and I basically went to Edgar's, smelled every second perfume until I found this one. So I am absolutely in love with this. If you're looking for a new scent, and I mean, just like something that smells strong, powerful, that just smells like money, definitely go smell this one, because it's so good. It's my favorite at the moment. I absolutely love this stuff. Pretty much what you guys are watching on YouTube. Like, let me know what your favorite channels are, what you actually want to watch on this channel. Like I'm always saying, guys, give me your suggestions. Nobody gives suggestions, but it's really important for you guys to give feedback, because I mean, it helps the creative process, and it actually helps us not make content that you guys would not appreciate or that you wouldn't want to watch. So instead of like maybe when that video pops up and you're like, yo, Nosipho, another makeup tutorials, katele, uwe. So instead of having that experience, just express what you'd like to see so we can create that content for you. But at the same time, let me know what you guys are watching so I can maybe check out some new YouTubers that you guys like and maybe get a vibe of what you guys like as well. At the moment, I am living for my hair. I got my hair braided. I had that short bob, but I'm going to Mpumalanga on Wednesday for a school block, it's a rural block for like 8 days or a week or something like that. So I just didn't want to have to worry about my short hair, because even though it's pretty and I absolutely love it, it still is quite a bit of work. So I figured I'd get my hair braided, and the ladies that braid my hair did such a good job. They did such a good job. Like I really like the style. Like it's that's basically how I feel about this hairstyle. Like legitimately, that's exactly how I feel. I am watching Ismaya again. Can you believe that? I actually stopped watching it for months. Like the storyline was just such a drag. People were just shooting each other. Like it was just the same redundant thing over and over again. And then they started with the whole witchcraft vibe, which I actually do enjoy, but like this was like tedious witchcraft. Like not even like the special effects Nigeria kind of vibe. Like the standard days, bewitching this one, like I just really was not vibing with that storyline, so I stopped watching it. But now it's lit and I'm enjoying it, and yeah, I'm actually just back in love, back to Isibaya fan vibes. And somebody's calling me, just wait. What I'm hoping is really simple. I'm just hoping that this year will be everything and more that I have wished and prayed and hoped that it would be. I think need is such a relative word. I actually just feel like I need everything. I have a lot of wants, but I classify them as needs. And one of those things is a new lens for my vlogging camera, and actually a new screen, because I dropped my vlogging camera. And the screen cracked, so I can see myself, but like it's such a bad crack. So first I need to fix that, and then I need to get a new lens. There's this beautiful lens that I'm eyeing, because if you guys have noticed, I'm very particular about like the quality of my content on this channel. So I really want to get that lens, because it's just going to take my vlogs to the next level. So I can't wait to get like an opportunity that affords me the funds to get that lens and get my screen fixed, obviously. So that's pretty much what I'm needing right now. Specifically on Instagram, I'm following a lot more fitness pages. Every single month, every single day actually, I'm always just committing to myself that I need to run, I need to exercise more, I need to whatever, just get into shape. But I think I've just taken for granted that I'm like one of those people that really can eat a lot and I don't gain a lot of weight. So I may gain weight like over a period of a year, like 2 kgs in a year or whatever. So I've been neglecting the keeping in shape side of my life, because I just haven't been pushed to the point where I need to run, I need to exercise, but I just need to do better for myself, you know. I want to do better for myself in terms of my space, my head space, but I also need to do a lot better for my physical space. So I'm following a lot more fitness pages, because I'm hoping that all those snatch girls are gonna force me or like shock my brain into making me run and exercise. I'm not sure that's gonna work, but eventually I'm gonna get to it, hopefully soon. I'm actually just realizing that this makeup is dying now. Like it was dead already, now it's just like coffin ready. But anyway, I'm also knowing that I need to put in a lot of work, and I'm just appreciating that I know that this work will eventually bring forth its fruits. So I am willingly and happily putting in that work and looking forward to the things and the benefits that I'm going to reap at the end of my trying times. I was feeling a little bit anxious about my exams that happened on Thursday and Friday. I actually just felt like I was so incompetent, like I really hadn't gotten anywhere and I needed to study so much more, and basically I was gonna fail. Like I really was feeling so uneasy about my exams. But when I got into those exams, guys, I'd worked so hard, I had prayed, and when I wrote the written paper, latest paper I've ever wrote in med school, like it really was quite easy. I'm actually scared to say that out loud, but it was such an easy paper. I really was like flowing on the page, you know, like when you know all the answers, even extra answers that are not like relevant to the question, you're like, Bonnie said that I know all and a little bit more. Everything on the paper. That's how that paper was for me. And it also just reminded me of how beautiful God is and how faithful He is, that when you do your part, God will do the rest. And that was my exam experience, and I couldn't be more grateful. I've been thinking that I need to make a more conscious decision about my prayer life, you know, not just say I'm gonna schedule to pray at this specific time, so I need to make sure that I wake up this time so I can pray then. And I've just come to remember that God is in and around us, ever present, omnipresent, and He really is just waiting for me to say, hi God, and He's there for me, there to listen, even listening when I'm not speaking to Him, or even when I don't recognize that He's there, you know. And I think I need to have more of that approach, that God is constantly there, so I need to constantly be presently engaging Him. Even if I don't sit down and kneel and pray and read 15 chapters, I just need to be in a constant communication, a constant engagement to build this relationship to the level that it needs to be. And I think that would make my prayer life less of a tedious chore and a thing that I need to look forward to doing, but more of a prayer lived life. And I really actually think I'd benefit a lot more from that than scheduling a prayer time at 5 o'clock. Those times are important because they help us focus our minds in a specific hour or a specific time that we've set, but it's even more important to have that constant connection and that constant relationship, and I think I want to focus on that, or building that first. Right now, I'm having such a moment of gratitude. God really worked a miracle in my family in January. I already touched on the fact that I almost lost my mom. She's actually my aunt, my mom's twin sister, but we live together and she raised me as well, so she's my mom. So we almost lost her in January. She had a brain aneurysm, and I had just started 5th year. I was excited, back at school, and then this happened. So we woke up in the morning and she was vomiting, she had a headache. And basically I saw her and I just knew that something really serious was wrong. So we went to the hospital, and the next day they told us that she had an aneurysm, so she was basically bleeding into her brain, and they needed to stop this bleeding and basically get the blood out and all of that. And it really just shocked me how we went from, it's a new year, new experiences, positivity, yay, we're gonna do great, to she's about to die. And for me, that was the craziest shift that I've been through, and the heaviest time in my life that I've ever experienced. But at the same time, I think one of the things that I can say I learned from that time was I learned to trust God more, because at that time there was no one else that I could trust, to be honest, because what happened, that she's alive now, she's well, she's at home, is nothing short of a miracle, because that was an impossible situation. And God worked a miracle through that, and I will ever be grateful for that. But the other thing that I think I came to really realize is that, you know, in life we're so, especially as Christians, if nothing bad has happened to you in your life or in your family, you're so cushy and comfortable in your uneventful life. Just good events. People are graduating, getting degrees, getting jobs, good things are happening, you're making your money, you're building a house, you're having kids, people are getting married, like good things are always happening. But when bad things happen to other people, it's always just, shame, hey, we should go pray, shame, you know. And when it happened to me, it struck me, and I was like, I was at some point saying, but God, why us? But at the same time I was like, but who else though? Because things like this happen to people all the time. But nothing has happened in my family in such a long time. But it also brought me to appreciate the protection that God puts around us. He really puts that hedge around us, and even though we can't keep everything out, He makes a conscious effort to protect us. And I came to appreciate that even more, and I appreciate just God more in general for bringing us through that. Because I don't know how I would have made it through this year if we had lost her, because I don't think I would have been coping. But at the same time, God can never put something on you more than you can bear, and he'll never put you in a situation that you have no way out of. And I have come to appreciate that fully, and I'm thankful for that lesson, but I'm even more grateful that he gave us more time with her, and it solidifies for me even more that we need to spend time and invest in the people that we love, because life is too short for us just to do the bare minimum, you know? It really is just too short. And that brings me to the end of my video, and what I am wishing is love, peace and happiness, prosperity, and basically all of your heart's desires for all of you. I mean, you all are people that are in your own spaces. You take the time out to watch these videos, but you have your problems, you have your trials, you have different things that you're going through, different things that you're praying for, different things that are important to you, different things that you're struggling with. But I really just want you to know that even though maybe 2018 has been, it's the focusing struggle again, sorry. Even though maybe 2018 has gotten off to a rough start, or maybe even a positive start for you, you know that things are going to look up in the next month, maybe things are going to get better, maybe things will get tougher. But again, God will never put anything on you more than you can bear. And he does, even though our journey may be difficult, he does everything to work those things out for our good, and we need to appreciate that and recognize that, and sometimes also take a moment to try see the bigger picture. Try be more objective. Try to look beyond, I'm in pain now, I'm hurting now, God fix this now, and maybe just instead of wallowing and pitying ourselves, try to learn from our sorrows, try to learn from our situations, try to learn what God wants to strip from us, so we can come out of that better, like phoenixes rising from the ashes, a better version of ourselves, more equipped to receive even more abundantly the blessings that God has for us. So I'll see you in the next video. Before I keep preaching. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I genuinely appreciate all of you, and I hope that I have inspired you a little bit and that you've learned maybe from my experiences or the different things that I've said, something that will be meaningful for you. So until the next video, I love you guys, and God ever stay blessing you abundantly.